So the Pittsburgh Penguins lose Game 4 by a score of 4-3. Series is all tied up tonight, going into Game 5 back in Pittsburgh. So, yes, the team loses 4-3, but it was not for lack of effort. Well, for the first two periods it was, and then the third period, the Penguins got their legs moving, made it a close game. Tampa roars off to an early start. 20 seconds into the game, boom, 1-0. Looks like it's going to be a bad start. Penguins would only be down 2-0 after the first. Would have been a lot worse if it was not for Matt Murray, who was sensational in the first period. He made about 5-10 bell saves, and he definitely kept the team in the game because the Penguins were sleeping. Then, just when it looked like the Penguins were going to get back in the game, Eric Ferrer had a chance at a short-handed breakaway, was denied. Letang did a stupid thing and shot a puck at Jonathan Drouin during stoppage of play. I have no idea why he did that, but he did. He lost his cool. He said he effed up, and yes, he did. And then Brian Boyle goes after him, and then Chris Letang goes after him. And I mean, this is what Brian Boyle's trying to do. This is a win for him at this point because he knows he takes Letang off the ice. That's a great trade-off for him. And Letang lets him get engaged. He gets involved. He should have just walked away and retaliated. There's one thing that the Penguins have done this season is that they've really been a lot better with their discipline. They used to unravel, and that stuff would just drive the whole team nuts. And their lack of discipline has really been good. We're not seeing Crosby, Malkin get as mad as they used to. Letang is still one who tends to fly off the handle because he is such an emotional player, and he's a tough, physical player, and he's getting run hard every single game. So it comes to a point where he can't take it anymore. But he did initiate that. It wasn't like he retaliated. He initiated that. That was pretty dumb. He knows it's dumb. I'd expect him to have a bounce back game tonight because he was not great last game. And to make matters worse, Trevor Daley went down, forcing the Penguins to play with 5 defensemen. Letang still played over 31 minutes despite getting a 4-minute penalty, which led to a 3-0 goal, and that was basically the game. So he now has a broken ankle and is out for the whole playoffs, which is a huge loss because he's irreplaceable. That's probably one of the most lopsided trades this season, definitely, and I've ever seen in hockey. Hands down, Penguins won that trade, and Trevor Daley being injured is a huge blow because the Penguins are thin on defense. You have Oli Mata, who's played, but the guy can barely skate, and it looks like he's going to be going with Letang, which could be a bit of a problem because he might be dragging Letang down, but at the same time, since Letang is the best defenseman, he's the one that can prop him up the most, make him look not quite as bad, but that means Oli Mata will also be getting a lot of minutes, and he should be getting limited minutes because when you're playing with Letang, you're going to be playing a lot, and Mata looks like he's clearly injured. And then you also have Derek Pouliot, who has not even played in a month, but the games he played in playoffs, he looked pretty good. If I were the coach, I would play Pouliot instead. Looks like Mata's going to be going in tonight. I mean, if he's really so injured, I don't know if he should be playing because he looks like he can barely skate. So I don't know what's going on with him, but he doesn't not look good. Anyways, so Penguins down 4-0. Matt Murray comes out in the second. Fleury goes start the third. Bang. Penguins score 5 goals in like 5 minutes. 3 goals in like 5 minutes. End up losing 4-3. If they had another extra minute, definitely Letang or Malkin would have scored at the end. I don't think Letang even left the ice in the last 5 minutes. It was just incredible. This guy's conditioning. He definitely rebounded nicely in the third. Outside Malkin, who scored a sick goal. Filled with thrill again. A 6-6 night. The HBK line getting it done. Now Kessel's got a goal and a point, I think, in 7 straight games. Third in the NHL in playoff scoring. 17 points, but I thought he was not a playoff performer. I thought you couldn't win with him. Oh, the narratives in Toronto, if he wins the Conn Smythe, will just be delicious. So that was a crazy finish, and I really liked how the Penguins responded in the third. It was too little too late. By that point, they're already going to be losing the game. You can't go down to a team like Tampa 4-0 and expect to win, but it showed resiliency, and it showed they're not giving up. The Penguins of old, under Dan Bosma or Mike Johnston, would have wilted it. They would have like at 5-6-0, but they helped Fleury out. Fleury was good, but they helped him out. They said they saw a boost from seeing Fleury. I don't know if I believe that. I just think, score effects 4-0. Oh, we actually got to do something. And Tampa was sitting back on their heels because score effects, and they almost made a game out of it. And that was a nice bounce back effort I like to see. And even though there's not really momentum carrying over from one game to the next in playoffs, the fact that the Penguins ended on that note and are now coming home in Game 5 with the original heartbreak hit in the lineup, and Fleury's playing again, and the team loves winning for Fleury. I don't necessarily agree with that decision either, but I think that the Penguins will get a win tonight. And it's been proven by many sports websites, the LA Sports Bureau, that the team that wins Game 5 in the Stanley Cup playoffs goes on to win the series like 75% of the time. Now, that's not always been the case. The Penguins lost Game 5 to Detroit in 2009. They lost 5-0, ended up winning the series. But Game 5 definitely is a huge game. It's a huge swing game. So I definitely think the Penguins will come out flying tonight. And I think the Penguins that we saw in the third period and in Game 2 against Tampa and Game 3 will be the team that we see tonight, because the Penguins have still outshot Tampa for most of the series. They still outshot them in Game 5 or Game 4. So, and when the Penguins get going, it's really hard for Tampa to counter. And being at home ice, we'll get the home ice matchups, and I think it'll work out well. In other news, Bo Bennett's finally cleared. I forgot he was even on the team, and it looks like he's going in the lineup. Not really quite sure why. I mean, he's good, but he's not played in like 2 months, and he's not played a meaningful game. He's not played a lot of minutes. No forwards really played bad enough to warrant him coming out, unless Matt Cullen is injured. He did not practice today, which is a bit worrying. But then Connor Sheary also stayed out longer, so maybe he's a healthy scratch. I'm not really sure. If I was the coach, I would probably go with 7D. I know they did that in the Rangers series, and it kind of messed up the pairings, but you don't have any other. I mean, I'd rather play Oscar Sundqvist than Bo Bennett, because he's looked impressive. Bo Bennett's just kind of if he was not so injured, he'd be good, but like he can't play 2 games without getting injured. So I'm not really sure what the point of putting Bo Bennett is. I don't think it's going to be much of an addition. And I used to be a huge Bo Bennett fan, but I don't know, I've kind of given up on him. We'll see. Maybe he'll play really well, but I doubt it. I mean, it's hard to get back into the swing of games. You've not played a meaningful game for like 2 months. If I was Mike Sullivan, I'd go again with Matt Murray, and I'd go with Mata and Pouliot. That way they can both get limited minutes, and you're not expecting Mata, who's clearly injured, to play a huge workload, and you're also not expecting Pouliot, who's not played a lot, to play a huge workload. I think that'd be much better. Yes, the pairings be messed up, but Letang's going to log a ton of minutes anyway, so you might as well just play him with everyone. And Dumoulin as well, because now it's up to Letang and Dumoulin to carry the load, because those two have had a really strong playoff. So that's all I have for this game. Please like it if you like, subscribe if you really like it. What do you think will happen tonight? Share with all your friends, tell everyone, and I'll see you after Game 5. All right, let's go Penguins.